Welcome back to Neo. Okay, so now we have a way to get into Shibuya Palooza. So let's go to Achiko so we can enter the Reaper's Romp.
10-4.
Alright, go ahead, too.
Well, as long as it appears. There you go.
Excuse me, is this where we sign up for the Reaper's Romp?
Sure is. Is this your whole group?
Okay, I'm suspicious. He's already
Perfect.
acting more wholesome.
You could just line up right over here for me. That'd be fantastic.
He's still got the grumpy look on his face.
What a colorful bunch. Super. Now that you're all ready, you can die.
I was gonna say
Here's the
that
rundown of the Reaper's Romp. We set up 3 checkpoints in 3 different places throughout Shibuya. Specifically at the West Exit Bus Terminal, Miyashita Park, and Tokyo Plaza.
Okay, sounds simple enough. There you go. And you can put the stamps in there.
All you have to do is take this card and get it stamped at this checkpoint. Use the forehead of one of you for reference. Easy peasy, level.
Remember, this is
Dilly dally, shilly
When
shally.
you're done with that, mosey home back here for your prize. I feel like Lightning having to save Meow Meow Choco Chow.
Well, in here it makes
And you
sense
can-
because this is actually a different Hishima, so it makes sense here. So
And that's it. Are you guys ready to have some fun?
This guy being upbeat is scary for
We
some
were.
reason.
I'm certain we are. The objective seems simple enough to complete.
Oh, and by the way, while you're hunting the stabs, you will be constantly shot at by machine gun fire.
the big problem is that in Lightning
Same
Returns.
time I will
Reaper's
do in
game.
Yu-Gi-Oh manga.
The big problem is that in Lightning Returns, it was out of character for Lightning, but this is a different Hishima, so in here it's perfectly fair game.
To be fair, isn't that kind of the point of the Gat Moe trope where, oh, Lightning has to do something that's uncharacteristic of her?
Tee so, wouldn't you?
Oh god, he actually said tee.
Not beating
Meanwhile,
the
he looks so
allegations.
stoic still.
Well, hold on to your pants, cause you're for some big surprises.
Oh
Wait.
my god.
Am I right about the machine gun fire?
What kind of surprises?
Yeah,
Landmine, you're currently stepping on.
I think Shoka doesn't like the sound of his tee hee hee hee.
If I told you, it wouldn't be a surprise, silly.
Okay.
We need to start being more campy.
Is this Azuki in disguise of him? Because this sounds like something Azuki would say.
But I will tell you this: there's a reason it's called the Reaper's Romp.
I mean, this is.
The deaths.
I mean, it wouldn't be another day, Joe, if we didn't flip around the personalities of the characters now, would it?
And I know you're just dying to know why.
Okay, the deal with Another Day is it's kind
Finding
of like
out on your own is half the fun. The other is dying.
That's pretty ominous. But we can handle whatever comes our way.
Are you ready to play a Squid Game then?
We have to. For Shibuya
Is it
That's
worth
serious
risking your
business.
lives for?
Exactly. Just like
Shoba,
yeah,
it's Shibuya Palooza.
exactly, just like Tinpin was serious business.
Count
See?
us in, all of us.
Marvelous. Love your enthusiasm. Let me just get your group all signed up.
Okay.
Although
It's
now
how you
that
spell
I
Fret's
think
name.
about it,
How you spell Fret's name? P-R-I-C-K.
There's another player. who's here but he's lonesome. You wouldn't mind letting him join your team, would you? I wonder who this person could be.
Could that be who
I
I think it
wonder.
is?
Oops.
I guess not. The more the merrier.
Great, let me go fetch him real quick. Hey, big fella, I found you a team so you don't have to play alone.
Are we about to add to our party? Yeah, we are.
Yay!
It ain't show me Namimato.
Oh wow, sure. He actually sounds happy to see him.
Ultimate
And
timeline.
And I'm on
Ah.
nobody's team because I'm a lone wolf. You're on my team. Got it, Septograms?
Okay, he's still
So
in
he's
character.
the same in every universe.
If you wanna win this, you'll have to fight me for it.
Well, to be fair,
Remember,
to be fair,
even in the Another Day of the first game, as Dr. Pin, while he was ultimately a good guy, it still involved him doing the usual show thing of betraying everyone.
Yeah, I don't know who said that, but yeah.
I think
Everyone
all of
could.
them.
Yikes. Just to be clear, we don't have to fight anyone, right?
Where's the fun in that if you don't
Of course
beat
you
each
do.
other half to
Oh,
death?
and then we know if you want to swap out combat buddies.
so there you go. In this one, we can
Because
alternate.
we didn't
But this
program.
was a small
Only
combat.
16 members are allowed to fight at once because we couldn't program 7 party members because something.
To be
wrong.
fair, there's not enough buttons in the controller for a 7th-party member, so that's.
Well, that's it for me.
Haven't they just swiveled it through and through?
I mean, all the
Also,
buttons.
I
Good
Remember,
luck collecting those stamps.
each pin is mapped to a button in the controller, and the controller is already the game is already using all buttons with 6 party members as it is. So
You're gonna
mean,
have a
us-
blast. I just know it. I forgot. L2 and R2, what are used for?
for pins,
Okay, what about R1 and L1?
for pins.
Okay, then that
didn't
that
you
leaves-
just use L2
Okay,
and R2
all the
for
face
pins?
buttons, what are the
That's
ones that are used for
X,
pins?
X and square for pins, circle for dodge roll, and triangle for charging. There you go. Okay, go ahead.
Really, they could have just still put in 7 on the Switch, but whatever.
I have a rather bad feeling about all this. Yeah, well,
But guys, Shibuya Palooza.
collecting those stamps is the only shot we have at getting into Shibuya Palooza.
Exactly.
Again, I look forward to the part where it turns out these guys stole the damn tickets in the first place.
I mean,
No, I'm
didn't
convinced of that.
that happen? Something like that happened in
Yeah, in the
another
first game.
The first game.
It did, but
Exactly.
I can tell you that no, Joe, but Fred really lost the tickets. It's that simple.
Well,
So
damn.
it's not like we have a choice.
Of course, you have a choice. You couldn't, not
Not do it. Yeah, you can, of course you can
Well,
have it.
my theory last time was that, yeah, he genuinely lost it, but then these guys found them and thought they'd make a game out of it.
I know I've said it a million
would be
times,
cool.
but I am so sorry.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Nobody cares about your damn feelings.
But this is my chance to reclaim myself. I won't let you down again.
And for
Don't you
good
mean
measure,
redeem
Fred,
yourself?
we're gonna have the stamps
Sure.
done on your
I
forehead.
think you mean redeem yourself.
God damn it.
Our fate rests not on your shoulders alone, Fred. Our success hinges on our combined efforts.
Okay, now you know this is an alternate world because Nagi is not giving Fret hell for making her miss out on something
obviously.
she dedicates her life
Well,
to.
He's acknowledging his
She did that
existence.
earlier.
Well, yeah, this
He
is
also has their priorities straight, basically.
these are all different versions of the characters, so obviously.
Well, when it comes to Another Day, I always figure it more a lottery shot. Like, again, sometimes you get cases like Show where they're more or less still the same person.
That's why I'm okay.
personality.
That's why I'm okay with the way the characters are written in Dream Drop Distance, because you can easily assume that they're alternate plane versions, basically, compared to the ones we see in
People
the
hated
games.
those versions. I thought that
Well,
those
not
were-
really, but they do act different than how they do in the game. Oh, go ahead, Whips.
You ain't getting much screen time.
Oh, boo hoo hoo.
Let the youngins have their fun.
Yeah.
It's their turn to go
But-
completely insane.
Again, Sora could learn a thing or two from you to not hijack things.
But it's his series.
Okay, let's not get into
I'm
that
sure-
again. Moving
I'm
on.
sure Roxas would be happy to say that.
Yeah, go back to sleep.
That just gives us more time for...
10-pin slammer?
Yes, actually.
Heck yeah. Oh.
Wow. Wow, we're on a
Yeah.
roll with this part, I see.
I thought so.
So 10-pin Slammer lives.
It's
Oh,
not a
wait,
phase, Mom. I'm still driving TV Slammer.
Hells to the yeah. You're going down, phones.
No,
It's not
you're
my
going
head.
so down, you'll be downtown.
No, please no.
Don't you see, Pedro? It turns out Mega Man Full
But
of
I'm right.
Charged was one of the many wiped out timelines for Mega Man.
Those two certainly have gotten themselves into a tizzy.
So
Easy,
my
let me
theory that
track
this
her.
is
I get what it means, but
I actually heard this. I actually heard this one. It's a thing.
So my theory that this is a sequel to the Another Day from the first game does hold some water, since Tin Pin Slammer's even mentioned more here than in the actual main game.
Oh, hey, it's that game, the one that was super popular back in the day.
feat of overexcitement or panic.
That's the thing, Jova.
I can imagine that was the meaning. It's just
That's the thing, Jova. So Tin Pin Slammer was popular in both planes in the first game, so this doesn't necessarily mean anything.
It might be just a constant.
Again, I'm fine with believing that, hey, both sequels in both of the games just happen to correlate to the worlds of each previous one, especially since Another Day in the original game did have some slight importance added, since it technically did participate in the main story, which you only know via Hanakoma's notes, but nonetheless, still, they did factor, so...
Go ahead, Dwebs.
I mean...
Well, let's move it. Gotta knock out those checkpoints.
Let's get moving.
I mean, let's remember, what was the theme of What's He Planning?
Well,
we don't know what the big constant is from all of this, my boy.
Yes.
But yeah, no, let's remember, what was one of the big themes of the first World Ends Review game? Changing trends and whatnot. Tin Pin Slammer was big at some point, but alas, even it did not last the flow of time.
Again, it's meant to be a clear. Back in my.
Your fighter.
It's meant again. Remember, it's Tin Pin Slammer is an homage to early 2000s kids anime. So obviously they're making back in the day this was popular. Like Yu-Gi-Oh was more the anime was like more. I mean, don't get me wrong, Yu-Gi-Oh is still popular, but back in the early 2000s it was like a big.
Oh yeah, no, I
Who's
remember.
getting the boot?
Beat. We'll have for the sake of Tail, we'll have show tag along. Why not?
It's little things in life.
I'm curious. Is this one of those cases where you'll get slightly different cutscenes based off of who you bring with you or not?
No, the cutscenes are always the same.
Remember,
Technically, they're all still there.
Only for the battle. Yeah.
Yeah, story-wise, they're all walking together still. So.
Okay. So I'm guessing in this case...
It's just that for the sake of the rules, the extra members politely stay in the back when that fighting happens, I guess.
Well, there are plenty of RPGs that do that.
Like that.
So.
Don't forget, the checkpoints are the West Exit Bus Terminal, Yashita Park, and Tokyo Plaza.
So I'm guessing, since there's not really,
More importantly, have fun!
Was that a laugh sound effect I heard from that guy?
Yes.
Oh
Dear
my
Lord.
god.
Wow, God forbid a man laugh.
Sure, I don't mind a man laughing, but it's this one in particular.
Well, remember, they did the same thing with Yodai in the first game, where Yodai changed his gimmick from being serious to being, kind of flamboyant. So
that is true. That is very true.
This is just another day, business as usual.
So I'm guessing that since there's not really a side mechanic, what they'll do is have it basically be like regular fights from the main world.
Yeah, because and they even explained that Tin Pin Slammer is no longer popular in this one, which is why I'm still questioning if this is indeed the same plane from the first games Another Day, because there's no way the great Shinji Hashimoto would allow Tin Pin Slammer to go away.
But that's the thing, Pedro. It apparently was the case in the main world of the game, so who knows? Maybe it just finally met its maker.
And yeah, Ryoji's still selling.
Finally a customer.
Is he actually is he actually a good business manager in this realm?
I mean, mate, you just don't have anything we're interested in.
Yeah, come on. Where's the lightsabers? Where's the video games?
Should be a checkpoint somewhere around here.
Yeah, but where?
Well, let's find it.
It could be right beneath your feet.
Oh, look at that. It's Kanon. Alright, get ready, Jova.
Near the Moai statue.
Yoo-hoo! Over here. You looking for little old me?
Damn.
Right?
Okay, Okay, I'm sorry.
Every universe.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to.
Boy.
Okay, you know what? Just for that, Matt, I love you, buddy.
Fred,
Is this where we get a stamp for the this one?
She asked you to jump, you demand how high, I guess.
Fred, she's 23, and I don't think she wants to go to jail. It's not gonna work, buddy.
Go ahead.
There's just one teensy little thing I want to talk to you about. It won't be long, promise.
Oh my god, you're not gonna try and scam us, are you?
Uh,
We're all ears.
God damn it, Fred.
Fred, you're thinking with the wrong head there.
Oh my, what a charmer. Well, you listen close. A little closer. Not too
She tries
close.
to sell us NFTs.
Because I have a simply unbelievable deal for you today.
Oh boy.
What I have here is a collection of all the information you could ever need about Shibuya.
I know all the information. I live here.
Super Mega Ultimate Guide to Shibuya Jumbo Ultra Reaper Edition.
Knuckles.
Also, I think this is the first time we've seen that specific sprite for Fred.
No, he did the first time he saw Cannon in the previous plane as well.
I feel like it didn't have the blush tint to it.
He did.
Armed with these 30 volumes, you'll never get lost ever again. And you know, the ladies love a man who knows his way around.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Come
of
on,
course.
Did this face lie to you?
Someone slapped on the back of his head already.
I normally charge 3 million yen for all of this.
Jesus Christ.
That's still quite a lot.
But I like you, so I'm willing to part with them for only 1 million. What a steal!
How much is 1 million yen in Great British pounds?
Go ahead.
Well, let's see. For American dollars, it's 6,989.22
This
cents.
price is a criminal, alright.
No worries if you can't pay it all up front. The whole collection can be yours for just 240 easy payments of 10,000 yen a month.
Did you just jack the price back up?
That's what happens when they ask you to pay to make come
That's
off payment.
£5,300.
For encyclopedia.
Lord Rondell, I advise we abstain from involving ourselves with this marketer any further.
You
but
don't
there's one
I
say.
concur.
Yes, Nagi, I agree. But there's one problem with that. Him.
In that regard, I had to wonder, how has she been making sales with prices like those?
Tourist.
Well, actually, Jova, we're actually going to get your answer, so hold on a bit.
Yeah,
Oh,
Simps
boy.
like Fred. No kidding. Only a complete moron would fall for this anyway.
And 3,
2, 1.
Okay, Jova, don't worry, you don't have to say that.
I'll take it!
There we go.
Fucking
Like
damn it.
clockwork.
What?
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 Okay, Fred, we were willing to forgive you about losing the tickets, but this, what did we tell you about simp rehabilitation?
I like what happens
Why,
now.
thank you. Be a dear and sign on this line for me, will you? With blood.
Fred, what are you doing?
He's hypnotized.
Don't let her play you like that.
Troka is not
You
amused.
live in Shibuya. You
Go
don't
ahead.
need an encyclopedia.
And think of your accounts. You mustn't be so eager to throw your money away.
Okay, another clue we're in an alternate reality, because I recall Nagi spent a ton on Alestra.
Mm-hmm.
So this one is better money management. Good for
The
her.
gotcha didn't
No,
get her
go
in
ahead.
this timeline. It's no use. He only has ears for her now.
Ears and
Like a bloody
eyes.
siren.
It's okay, because Rendo actually has a plan, believe it or not.
More amused by the fact that Shaw is still not doing anything to this.
I'm pretty sure, too, he's just eating popcorn, enjoying this.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if he wants to waste his money, fuck it. That only leaves one thing to do. Imprint!
Okay.
Wait, you can...
Guidebook! No!
The only cure for simping is brain
No!
washing, of course.
Okay.
I don't. I don't want to buy this.
So I guess Rindo has his imprinting powers here too.
Yes!
You gave him the Sigma grind set.
Thank goodness we were able to return him to his senses.
There you go. Rendo saved Fred from being scammed.
By imprinting on his mind.
Well, it worked, didn't
Desperate
it?
times.
Excuse me, I can't even begin to talk about how ethically
go
corrupt
ahead.
that is to brainwash your friend. No backing out now, bucko. You already signed for it.
All right, Job, you're about to get your answer.
But
Don't be unreasonable. It isn't near too late for a change of mind.
Have you not heard of contractual obligations, dearie?
Wanna talk that with the police, Randy? We're actually not that far from that.
I can't stand entitled customers like you.
entitled?
All I ask for is just
Yeah.
3 million or 1 million.
Yeah, this
yen.
alter.
Suddenly I'm a swindler. Come on now. Let me guess. You want to talk to the manager?
Yeah, alter.
Not
Karen.
Karen.
Yeah, unlike our canon. Go ahead.
Hi, Susukichi. You're needed up
Oh
front.
no.
There you go, Suzuki.
Oh
She-
yes. Susukichi is her manager. Yes.
Yikes!
Well, Neku's like, I've seen better.
Why don't you tell our valued customers about our refund and return policy?
Oh God. He's essentially a
Go ahead.
pimp for her.
With your fists.
So there we go, Jova. Here's what probably happens. She has Suzukichi convince people to buy it, if you know what I mean.
Here it comes.
Like, I mean, she's not soliciting for sex, but that is kind of one step away from essentially.
Oh, and it's the
Pimp and
Cantus form.
prostitute.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
Wait,
So-
why are we fighting this giant
This
wolf?
is what
this
happens.
stuff
This,
just happens.
this is what happens when you sign the contract and you don't pay, Dwips.
Well, no wonder people pay. Like, imagine some random Joe going, "Wait, I have to fight that." Holy. So, okay, so in this Another Day session, people have superpowers and they are nonchalant about
Yeah.
it. So clearly we're in the My Hero Academia universe. Got it.
Apparently in this
You're next.
plane, the RG people in the RG also have powers.
You know, the government must have some very interesting talks about the ethics of people using imprinting, given how, in some regards, that can be considered mind control.
All right, and that's that.
It is an honor to be recognized.
We ain't paying that bill.
You wanna express yourself in a better way, Suzukichi?
Susukichi.
I'm guessing Cannon's the brains of the operation.
Yeah, maybe he was under a spell or something.
No.
We very nearly got ourselves swindled.
And possibly killed, but swindled is more important.
Yeah.
Can't imagine whose fault my bet for that might be.
Yeah, I wonder.
Go ahead.
We, meaning Fret? What the heck happened?
Look, guys. I'm sorry. Okay.
Brett, we just had to fight a giant muscular deer man. It's been It's been a day.
It's been one
I don't know. She was just pretty, and she started talking, and then I was buying stuff.
Rats.
Don't
Please
let
tell-
these guys. Let's show these guys VTubers.
Brett, for the love of God, never get an
Never
OnlyFans
mind
account.
that. What about the stamp?
A stamp?
If-
Oh, right. Let's see. I just had it a minute ago.
Yeah, Shirei?
If Fred got into VTubers, he would have no money.
No.
Shiroi.
Ah, here we are.
Teo,
Pardon me
Teo,
shirking my
Teo,
duties to try and...
Teo. Fred is what we call a beta male, basically.
Do you know how much money he would put if he had an OnlyFans account?
Yep. Go ahead.
You're all stamped and ready to go. Drop by again sometimes, love. Don't mind me shirking my duties to force you to pay.
We won't.
Okay, so that's our
Not
first
with that
checkpoint.
attitude.
Alright, time to get the other 2 checkpoints, and I'm sure we will not run into any trouble getting the last 2 checkpoints.
Absolutely.
Especially, one would wonder, like, they even tell the locations. Aren't we in a race against other teams? Yet so far, well, then again.
No, well, technically we're not.
Still
The only, the only race against time is the fact we need to get the tickets before the concert starts.
That means that whoever's running this Reapers game has enough tickets for, like, any amount of people who can just make it to these parts
Well,
of town.
not just that, Joe, but we're literally getting scalped, so...
Yeah.
I detected checkpoints somewhere in the vicinity.
Do you have a checkpoint radar in your brain or something? Like,
She feels a
I mean,
disturbance
again,
in the force.
Look, superpowers are a thing in this realm by default. So
that is true.
Maybe.
Yeah.
In fact, maybe Nagi's the guardian of the Master Emerald in this realm.
I happen to have a superpower that allows me to detect checkpoints of the Reaper's Rump. Yes, it's super specific, I know, but hey, it was either that or...
Great more power allows her to feel.
Well, it was either that or have the power to move pennies. So...
Let's hurry up and
Just
find it.
pennies?
Okay. This is actually my favorite of the 3 checkpoints that we're about to get into in the next part.
Okay, then.
Because in the next part, just like last time, Shira is gonna have to channel her Stan Twitter energy.
Oh.
Boy.
Heck yeah!
May God help us all.
In fact, everybody, tune in for the next part so that you can see that. So,
Yeah.
see ya.
See you then.
Bang.